It's a beautiful day in south-central Pennsylvania.
It's a golden afternoon today.
The cicadas are chirping.
So loudly. And so gross.
It's kind of like when humans say, "Hey, how you doing?"
Really, that's what cicadas are saying all the time.
They're so horny and lonely.
Just like America.
This is The Nervous Boys.
When the weather knew my name, I was measured by the rain and found those sudden sunny days so artificial. Good neighbors on the train, mediocre acres terrain by freight, the wooden days of love without appraisal. Running east to west, but nothing's official.
Hello, and welcome to the Dennehy and Willison Academy for Nervous Children. I'm Nathan Willison.
And I am the titular Dennehy.
Yes.
Ryan Dennehy.
So, Ryan, I know that storks deliver the babies, but where do the storks come from? Do they get to have the sex?
I think they do. But they're the only one of God's many creatures that he decided to bestow with this randy gift.
Damn it.
I know. Did that just really lower your whole view on life?
See, I think I knew that was true all along. I was just kind of dreading the confirmation the whole time.
I dreaded confirmation for a while, too. Then I got up in front of my church, and you know what? It wasn't that bad.
No. Now we're both dedicated to Jesus.
Mm-hmm. And Begelgatha.
Begelgatha.
And Jeff Bezos.
We've dedicated ourselves to quite a few things.
We like to call it the nervous pantheon of gods.
Who's on top, though? Jeff Bezos.
Jeff Bezos, of course. Yeah. Jeff Bezos is always on top. He's been on top forever. He is, whenever we talk about any form of a god. Zeus.
Jeff Bezos.
I don't want to say more because I'm worried I'm going to offend people.
Yeah. You can make fun of Zeus. Everybody's comfortable
Everybody's
with that.
okay. Zeus is out there. He's done.
Yeah, you can make fun of Odin, too.
Yeah. Those Marvel fans, they might get a little bit upset.
It's true.
Also, the world where Amazon buys Disney and all of the stuff they own is just a terrifying reality to me.
It is a terrifying reality, and it's only probably 12 years away.
12 years away. All right. Well, a few podcasting notes before we get going here. If you hear cicadas in the background, it's because it's August.
And there's goddamn cicadas everywhere.
They're so horny. They're everywhere. They're getting it on, and then they're gonna get off. And by get off, I mean die.
Well, they get off first and then die.
Well, they get off and then they get off?
Yeah, exactly.
Perfect. And also, if you hear this, the turning of pages, it's because our topic this episode is...
tabloids!
Woo! Becoming better people, right?
Yeah, that's what this is about. We're entering the mystical, magical, and disgusting world of tabloids.
Neither of us have ever read a tabloid before.
Ever. Never touched one.
Never touched one. I think I've looked at the cover of one occasionally, and usually it's like, Hillary Clinton. Is she a lizard? Yes. Turn to page 37.
Yes. And, I've looked at them before, like, just the covers at the supermarket, and then I immediately go to confession.
Yeah, I wish I was Catholic so I could do that. I feel guilty. So we just went out to our local Gigante to purchase these fine pieces of American journalism. And I have to say, I want to take a shower in bleach, Nate. The phone! Hold on. Keep it recording. Hopefully this won't be long. No! I don't want your solicitations!
Is it a solicitor?
It's 800 service, which means it is a solicitor.
It is a solicitor.
All right, where were we? Yes, I feel like I need to take a shower in bleach.
I feel like I need to go to a vinegar bathhouse. Maybe you should just answer it, just in case.
Alright, let's shoot this episode before someone calls the house again. Anyway, so, yeah. Hold on, I'm out of breath. I just had to go show us a landline what for.
Yes, you sure did.
Wow, I feel emasculated now, Nate. The way you looked at me and the way you said that, I feel like, God.
That wasn't the idea. It just happened, Ryan.
Yeah, that happens a lot, I guess. So, anyway, what are the two tabloids we got?
So we picked only the finest for this episode. The National Examiner and the National Enquirer, which I feel like they're the same thing.
They definitely are, in a way. What is the headline on yours? Well, break through all of the crap, because there are about 700 words on the cover of each of these.
The headline, the front cover is so confusing. Well, I'll pick two that interest me most.
Not the happy one in the corner?
No, not the happy one. Well, there's JFK's secret love affair with Princess Grace. Ryan and I aren't sure who Princess Grace is, but we'll find out. And the banner headline, though, is Scientists Reveal Face of Jesus, which I did not know that tabloids got so scientific and religious.
You're looking at the National Examiner.
Yes.
Yeah. I am looking right now at the National Enquirer, and I got some real happy titles. So first we got, at the very top, like a scrolling news report, real professional says, Special Report. 20 Hollywood hoarders. You won't believe your eyes. And in this list is Tom Hanks, Delta Burke.
Who the hell is that?
Kate Jackson, Johnny Depp, Barbara Streisand, and Billy Crystal. So, pray for Billy.
Is he still alive?
I think Billy's alive.
Okay.
I don't think that they would fib that much on him. Well, I feel like my dad was telling me a story about a tabloid he once saw back in the 80s. Adolf Hitler, still alive in Argentina, kept alive by hormones from adolescent girls.
That's good journalism right there.
That is good journalism. And then the main lead is real happy. It says, It's worse than you thought. Inside Epstein's House of Horror. New York, plus Caribbean, plus New Mexico. Torture chamber, dead animals, and sex toys. Kinky paintings of famous pals. By the way,
oh my God.
I don't mean to make light of the Epstein situation, because it's unfortunate.
Yeah, that's really horrible, and that's like, tabloids are really gross and skeevy, but that's like super gross.
I am gonna make a little bit of a joke. I do want our next podcast to be called Kinky Paintings of Famous Pals.
Kinky paintings of our pals, yes.
No, famous pals. It'll be after we make it big.
Oh, yes, when we're hanging out with Ray Liotta. We have kinky paintings of him.
Let's get some Rubenesque artwork of Ray Liotta. Eat the donut, Ray. So we're gonna just kind of take a tour through here. Each of us.
A magical tour of skeeviness.
Yeah, that's yeah. So I don't really know what to look at right here. I opened it up, and on the bottom I see Burt Reynolds married to the mob right next to Hitler's bunker turns into theme park. And then on top it says last chance for reckless Lisa Marie. And then there's a Scientology church underneath it.
Oh my, Hitler's bunker turns into theme park.
Yeah, I'm gonna flip straight to page 16 and we're gonna find out about this. So Hitler's lair becomes Nazi Disneyland.
Oh my God.
Those words. Nazi Disneyland. The historian declares war to stop it. I think anyone would declare war to stop that. I don't... Oh my God. Okay, so they're basically repeating the same thing over and over again.
Yeah.
So-and-so is creating this theme park. Don't say who.
Wait, they really don't say who?
They just say the German madman Satorian World War II bunker Wolf's Lair has long been a destination for history buffs, blah, 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 blah. So Adolf Hitler's crumbling compound deep within dense a dense forest in Poland is getting a massive makeovers, but critics feared the change would create a new Nazi theme park. Okay, so here's the main issue I have with these, because they take a little shred of truth, and I don't even know if this is true or not. But so they're going to do some restoration on a historical site.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like, which is reasonable.
Mm-hmm. A professor somewhere, some guy named Paweł Maciejewski. It's a Polish name, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. He probably had an issue with restoring it
off of moral principle terms.
Or historical, who knows? Because, some historians don't believe in restoration. They believe in leaving things as they are. All that stuff. And they turn it into Hitler's lair becoming Nazi... Disneyland. There's not a quote from him here that says it, and now I feel sad. I feel sad.
Yeah. I mean, that's what these tabloids do. I mean, they're sensational as they can be. They take the tiniest grain of truth and make it as entertaining as possible.
Yeah.
I'm actually disappointed by the first page of this tabloid. It's just like trivia and facts about the movie Speed.
Why?
It's like, I guess it was made 25 years ago, but okay, who cares about Speed?
Yeah. Oh my god, this hoarder section is like... Oh my god, it's like so many pages.
Oh my.
It's like, it might be longer than the Jeffrey Epstein. It's longer than the Jeffrey Epstein expose they have.
Oh my. Well, they know their audience, or the audience that they think they have, and they know what they're going for. People care about celebrity gossip stories, I guess.
Are we part of their audience now that we've purchased these?
We've purchased these, yes. So we are part of the audience.
I got a subscription to the Wall Street Journal for 15 weeks that cost $1. And we paid $10.97 for these two things.
Yes, and these two wonderful magazines that smell like cigarettes and sweat.
Wait, hold on. Can we have some nice Foley on that sniffing? Hold on. Ah, oh, that's so good.
Yeah, they smell really gross.
They do.
I don't know why. I didn't know paper could smell so gross.
I want to also mention that no, Nate's just sniffing paper.
I'm just sniffing it, yeah.
You heard of sniffing glue? Here we sniff papers.
We sniff tabloids.
Yeah.
Which is probably worse for you.
Than reading them?
It's worse than sniffing glue.
I was going to say, not than reading them. Okay, so I want to say something too. We were talking about this in the car on the way back from getting these. There's an article here that says, Will Ferrell bird brain. Don't know why it's in the hoarders section. Who knows? Anything goes.
What was that noise? Can you make that noise?
Are you happy now, Nate?
Yeah.
Okay. And so it's saying that this guy, Will Ferrell, if you've heard of him, he's a well-known personality. I personally never have. I saw this movie Elf that apparently he was in. Did not notice him once.
No.
Apparently he owns a bird that's almost worth $8 million, which, here's what comes in. I don't know anything about celebrities, so this might very well be true.
It could be.
But if it is, who cares?
That's the thing with all these magazines. With all of this stuff, other than, the crazy conspiracy theories, which I guess if you believe in would matter to you, but, this celebrity news, who cares about any of it?
And we're not trying to, delegitimize the interests of any individual group of individuals who are actually into this stuff. We're trying
I am. Speak for yourself.
I hate tabloids and what they stand for, as a whole thing. They're exploitative, they're false, they're bad. But the people who read them, maybe that's just what they're into. They might be a little gullible, but...
No. Here on the Nervous Boys, we're accepting of a lot of people with a lot of different interests. But I do not accept you if you're into celebrity news.
Celebrity news is fine.
See, the thing is, I really don't care for it. Just because I think it doesn't matter, and it's a waste of space in your brain.
Not just that, but it's $10.97 that could have gone
exactly.
to charity.
To anything else.
To literally anything else.
And it just, is not...
Good?
It's not good for you.
No, it's not.
It's a waste of time. For some people, it's like a guilty pleasure. Just because it's entertaining. And
I have guilty pleasures, too. I like to put a lot of salt on my food. Is that a guilty pleasure? I feel guilty about it. My heart mainly does when it goes, oh, no, you're killing me.
Yeah, I meant, some people probably read these to relax, I guess. I would assume so. There seem to be different genres for these tabloid stories. There's, the wacky celebrity stories where, like, they hoard, or in the National Examiner here, it's celebrities who were nabbed for shoplifting.
I want to read a quote,
Okay, please do.
by the way. This isn't the hoarder thing. Jack White, deadhead.
Okay.
There's no colon between that.
What does that mean?
Former White Stripes rocker Jack hoards stuffed animals, and not the cuddly, fluffy type. His home is packed with a Noah's Ark of taxidermy.
Okay. That's interesting. I also just don't care.
Again, maybe this is true, maybe it's not. I won't put it past Jack White, but like more interesting things about him. He owns his own like record press. Like even that's like music related.
I don't know, like that stuff, I just have absolutely no interest in it.
Stop. Breaking news. Courtney needs to steer clear of Gen's ex.
Who is Courtney and who is Jen?
Courtney Cox, Jen, friend's lady, and Justin Theroux is the ex.
I do not know who any of those people are.
Oh, you know who. You've heard of Courtney Cox, just seen her somewhere. You've seen What's Her Face.
Oh, they're both from Friends, aren't they?
From Friends, yeah. And
And
you've at least heard
Jennifer-
of Justin Theroux.
I don't know who Justin Theroux is.
I've heard of him, I think. I don't know. I don't pay attention to these things. I'm a hipster. I only watch things that only 3 people watch. I only partake of things that only 3 people partake of, like this podcast.
Yes. Ryan, I have put away that filth, and let me share with you the good news of what Jesus really looked like.
What did Jesus really look like?
I don't know what this is, but using cutting-edge technology, a team of computer artists has revealed the real face of Jesus, and it's not what you think. They're just saying, like, yeah, he was Middle Eastern looking.
Yeah, but is this like that fake tomb of Jesus in the
The
Vatican?
Shroud of Turin.
Yeah.
It's like a shroud that apparently covered Jesus, and then it left his
I feel like
photo negative of him, apparently. It could be fake. It's actually kind of interesting. I've read about it. But I like this little artist's recreation of a 12-year-old Jesus, where he looks like a little blue-eyed blonde boy.
He's a cute little boy.
He's
a cute
an
little
adorable,
boy.
chubby-cheeked 12-year-old boy.
I feel like I crossed a little bit of a line there, saying the whole tomb of Jesus Christ was fake thing.
You just lost the Pope. He no longer listens to us anymore.
I'm sorry, you're pretty cool. Come back.
I'm sorry, Papa Francis.
I want to mention my favorite thing that I found in here, and sadly, it's in the Jeffrey Epstein thing. First off, there's a large banner across the top that just says torture devices, eyeballs, X-rated photos, hidden cameras, sex toys. So that's fun. And then in the middle of it, and I can't find any connection to the article anywhere, it says Clinton in a dress, and it's a terribly photoshopped picture of Bill Clinton in drag, sort of.
It's a little terrifying, that's for sure.
I think they're saying that he had this picture somewhere, which, man, Jeffrey Epstein needed to get better at Photoshop to make his own personal Bill Clinton porn, I guess. What's the story here? Did he masturbate to Bill Clinton porn?
In a dress? Yeah, maybe.
I mean,
Maybe.
Okay, we're gonna skip past the Jeffrey Epstein stuff now, because that's a little bit too real.
There's like a health section in the National Examiner, which is very odd. There's an article about getting the flu shot for seniors. Like, that's actually pretty good.
Hey, there's an advertisement for a what looks like scripted segment, or maybe documentary podcast on Apple Podcasts about Marilyn Monroe. I'm not going to say it because they put money into supporting tabloids.
Yeah, that's true.
That makes me sad. Half of this is ads.
That's
Oh
the thing.
my god, you can buy your own Silent Night thing. It's like Jesus and Mary and Joseph and Jesus' little baby. They're all wearing hippie clothes. Look at that. Look at that pattern.
I guess you could call those hippie clothes.
I have seen that exact same pattern in a tapestry on the dorm wall of like 7 girls who go to my college. All right, that is like that hippie new agey pattern.
It's a new agey pattern, yeah, that's for sure. But Ryan, I found something that we can actually use in our lives and improve ourselves. It's the Star Guide.
Oh my god, what's my horoscope? I'm a Virgo.
You're a Virgo?
Yeah, tell me what my horoscope is.
Oh, okay. Remember that slow and steady wins the race. You've been running at a hectic pace, too much chaos, and not enough focus. Just because things are good right now doesn't mean you should overdo it. Balance is key. Super vague. I think.
Yeah, let's not get into astrology now.
I think it's all accurate though.
Oh, is it?
Yes.
I mean, it's vague enough that it is.
No, I mean, like, this is definitely you.
Okay. And what are you?
You have too much chaos.
Yeah, I'll read yours. What is your sign?
I'm a Leo?
You're a Leo?
Wait, I'm a Taurus. That's right.
You were born between April 20th and May 20th? Okay.
I'm a Taurus.
Pick a side, any side. Things cannot move forward until you make a decision. Hesitation will get you nowhere except banished to frustration hell. You're gonna get banished to frustration hell.
Not astrology frustration hell.
The obvious answer is in front of you. Just look. Nate, marry me.
I have to, because the stars told me to.
Yes. Next week, the Nervous Boys try marriage.
Oh god, no.
Week after, the Nervous Boys try divorce.
The obvious answer is right in front of you. Just look. It's Leona Streege, because she scored a free Examiner subscription. She's right in front of me, right there. She's a beautiful looking woman. I gotta track her down and marry her.
Yeah, there's a spot the difference in this.
Really?
It's of actress-singer Kristin Chenoweth. I know who that is.
I have no idea.
Having a little fun performing at the WNBA All-Star Game. That's women's NBA for you folks out there who don't know.
Did you think our audience didn't know that there was a women's NBA, Ryan?
I mean...
Ryan, don't talk down to our audience.
Hey, audience, y'all are a bunch of really intelligent people, and I appreciate that you listen to our podcast, including the one fellow who listens from Indonesia.
Yes, we appreciate you, sir or madam.
Yes, they're all nervous boys, no matter what their gender, sexual orientation,
everyone deep on the inside
is a nervous boy.
Boy.
Yeah. So this picture, I'm gonna explain. It's Kristin Chenoweth. Kristin, not Christian. Kristin Chenoweth.
Kristin.
And she is next to what looks like a public pool.
In like a dirty parking lot.
Wearing these leggings that are like camo, but they're green, pink, and purple. And she's wearing a fishnet top, and she is sitting on a very large basketball, doing some form of exercise in some Vans.
So wait, are they saying that the women NBA All-Star Game took place in like this dirty parking lot beside a public pool?
Probably. Oh no, there are more horoscopes. Sorry, we gotta stop this WNBA.
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna read yours. Hold on, I crinkled up this valuable piece of history. Hold on. Okay, you're a Taurus?
Yes.
You won't want to miss a moment of the lucky period coming your way the next few weeks. Our engagement.
Oh God!
Don't squander your energy or useless tasks that take away from your goals.
I have to focus on this wedding, goddammit.
That's more vague than the last one.
Wait, is that it?
Yeah, that's it. Your lucky numbers are 1, 4, and 25. Read
okay,
mine.
I want to read yours. Yeah, Virgo, right?
Yeah, Virgo.
The further you wander outside of your comfort zone, the more opportunity you'll find that benefits you for years to come. Take a deep breath and be brave. Wow, this is just like our podcast.
Yeah, that's how we're going to end this time, okay? Yeah, that's how we're going to end this time. We're going to end with that kind of message.
Wow, wholesome tabloids.
Wholesome tabloids.
This episode is brought to you by our ongoing sponsor, Husk Musk. Giovanni is bringing us 2 new groundbreaking scents. Ryan, would you like to introduce the first one since you're sporting it today?
I am wearing the feeling of getting a 3.9 GPA. It's not good enough for mom. It's not good enough for dad. It's not good enough for you. You are a failure.
But you know what? It's good enough for your roommate. He supports you, or she.
Yeah, and he's also only got a 1.7, so...
He's like, hell yeah, man. So it's a bittersweet feeling.
He says, hell yeah, man, as he immediately turns around and runs his head into your bunk beds.
And as his forehead hits the bunk bed, a cloud of vape comes out.
Exactly. He swallows his jewel.
That 3.9 GPA, as the scent is entitled, it gives you that entire feeling, all wrapped up into one. Today, I'm sporting a spicy new scent of that disappointed look that your dog gives you sometimes after you've been you let her into the toilet, into the restroom, and you're on the toilet, and she's just staring at you as you're trying to take a dump, but it's not coming because her eyes are just boring into your soul. She's just so sad seeing you like this. Like, oh my God, She thought I was her master, her like supreme being, and now she's watching me take a dump as I'm on my phone, trying not to think about that 3.9 GPA.
Husk Musk, the sense of life.
This episode is brought to you by a local sponsor of ours, Rob Polanski. He's a local psychic detective that's been helping out both Ryan and I.
Quite a bit, yeah.
You see, Ryan and I invested a lot into Meredith, who was the local fortune teller.
Yeah, she told us to make a podcast.
Yes, she was a wise woman, or so we thought. It turns out she was involved in so many crimes.
So many crimes.
Embezzlement. She knew all of the stuff going on in the stock market before.
Insider trading.
Yeah, before
the heroin trade in our town.
She was gun running.
Oh my god, it was intense.
And Rob, actually, we contacted him, and he helped us track her down.
Get proof that we could bring to our lawyer.
Yes, and then
who was also
Rob.
Yeah, Rob Polanski, who was our lawyer
psychic lawyer and psychic detective. And the law case wasn't going so well, so we slipped Rob a little bit extra, and then
he became Rob Polanski assassin.
Yes, he used his psychic powers to basically explode her head.
It's yeah. Probably shouldn't have admitted this on a recording.
I know. I'm regretting it a little bit, but I just got to tell the world how he, using his scanner powers, absolutely decimated Meredith. She doesn't exist anymore. There's no record of her. He just wiped her out of existence. Thank you, Rob. Please don't wipe us from existence.
This episode is brought to you by Awkward Silences. Awkward silences for when there's nothing else. Alright, Nate, so moving into our second segment, I want to talk about exactly why these tabloids are such bad journalism.
I mean, on the surface, it's pretty obvious.
Yeah.
They make stuff up, it's all exploitative, and, they just take everything to extremes. They find the most disgusting, most sensational things, the stories that they can find.
Stories is used very lightly.
Yes. Most of the time, they just make stuff up.
Mm-hmm. If there weren't specific laws excluding certain public figures from the same kind of regulations that slander and libel apply to normal people, then they'd be in even more hot water than they occasionally are. I'm pretty sure the Enquirer has been sued more than once over massive things.
Probably a dozen times.
Yeah. They're not even, incredibly, I'm sorry, but relevant people that are in these sometimes. There are big people, I don't know, Johnny Depp, and there's something in here about Steve Harvey's daughter, and Will Ferrell's well known, but then there's, Lisa Kudrow.
Well, it's like TMZ, where they try to find, the grossest celebrity scandals, and it's people that are obsessed with the entertainment industry that want the minutia of it. They could find some interest in this, I suppose.
Yeah.
But a lot of it's just filler too. There's a coloring contest in mine. There's a kids spot the difference. There's giveaways and advertisements. There is a recipe for lemon bars.
Can we stop for a second? I just became very disgusted because you said that there's a kids spot the difference in there.
Yeah.
I would not want my kid going anywhere near.
I would not want my kids to see some of the stuff that's in here. I would not want my kids to see JFK's secret love affair.
I would definitely not want them to see Jeffrey Epstein's Palace of Horror, Palace of Pain, whatever they called it. I feel sad, not just because I'm reading them and the whole meta-narrative, it's funny, it's stuff like that. Yeah. Some of it is really hilarious.
Some of it's absolutely just ridiculous and funny.
But
I think a lot of it's actually, there's a sinister level to these too. Not just the celebrity gossip stuff where they're invading people's privacy, but they're almost, I feel they're taking advantage of their readers, because there are so many advertisements in this, and there's a lot of it's ridiculous stuff. There's psychic hotlines you can call. There's these fake health supplement ads we can like call in like multi-level marketing schemes in here. I feel like they're marketing to an older audience that could get scammed by these companies that are advertising in here.
Mm-hmm. Not just that, but did you know Larry King is still alive?
I did know that.
I know that's such a non sequitur, but like...
he and Betty White will never die.
Yeah, also Wilford Brimley.
Oh, yes.
He's still alive.
He's beaten cancer to a pulp.
And diabetes.
Oh, no, not... He never had cancer.
Yeah, he never had cancer. It was just diabetes.
He's beaten diabetes.
Yeah.
Wilford Brimley's blood is the cure for diabetes.
Yeah, just inject it in other people. But what I'm... Back to the depressing stuff, what I actually wanted to say. I was going to say that, but at the bottom of the page was a picture of Larry King. I was like, I guess he's still alive. But Aretha's sons have no respect for their mom, Aretha Franklin. Like, that might be true, but it's just...
See, like, that's invading people's privacies, and it's, like, really scummy, and it might not even be true.
Yeah, I know that, like, when people are public personalities, they're putting themselves out there. Like, even us doing this, we're putting ourselves out there a little bit.
But Aretha Franklin's children weren't.
No, and also... Like, who cares? Well, not just who cares, but who are you to judge that?
Yeah.
Like, I can just imagine someone, look at that family. That wasn't supposed to be a disapproving
That didn't come out that way.
It's interesting, because we're doing this right after, in my opening week of college, we were doing something about memory and how you tell people stories. And we were looking at this project that the New York Times did in 2009 that's actually gorgeous. It's called 1 in 8 million. And they went around and they just interviewed random people from New York, about something that defines them in their life.
Okay.
And so there was someone who was the night keeper, and what she does is she keeps track of the people coming in and out of her building. She's kind of her building security. She takes care of her neighbors and stuff. Then there was some guy who was the sneaker connoisseur. They all had these little titles, and so he collected sneakers, and none of it was exploitative. All of it was just very genuine stories about these people, and it was just photo essays about stuff. It was really nice. And there was one, and it was called The Tabloid Photographer. And so I think in my head, oh, this is going to be about someone who's either really exploitative or something like that. It was really genuine. It was this story about this elderly guy who took pictures with all these people, and what he would do is he would actually give his camera to someone else so he could take a picture with the person because he wanted to be part of history. And you could tell there was respect in there. And that got me a little bit... It changed my perspective for, like, the few days before I read these about this. I was like, hey, maybe tabloids aren't all that bad, but now all that goodwill is just gone.
No, they're pretty bad, for sure. I think there are some tabloids out there, I forget the names of them, that are, like, so self-aware that they almost become satirical.
Yeah.
I forget which tabloid had, like, the Bat Boy phenomenon, which is, like, I think that was in the 80s or before.
I have no idea.
I have no idea either. But they would publish these fake stories about, like, this half little boy, half bat found in a cave in South America. And it was obviously fake, and it was obviously just for entertainment. And it wasn't harming anybody. Like, it wasn't being exploitative. It was just, like, a made-up funny story, basically.
Yeah, who cares?
Who cares, yeah. Like The Onion, in a way. But these, where they're mixing in true stuff, like Epstein, and that whole controversy... And you can't tell if what they're saying is true or fake, and then the line between fiction and reality is kind of blurred, then I feel like that's more exploitative, for sure. Mm-hmm. They're definitely exploiting the Epstein controversy, which is a real-life tragedy. And the fact that it's in a tabloid is really gross.
It's sandwiched between the Hoarder article and an article about, I think, Lisa Kudrow or something.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Like... The tabloid writer, and it's probably like...
It's sandwiched between that and an article about the Kardashians.
Yeah, like, I feel bad for the writers that have to write this stuff, because I almost guarantee that a lot of them are just doing it for a job.
It's not like BuzzFeed or something where there's like a culture around it where you think that they'd like to write those clickbaity article type things. Maybe they do, maybe they don't, but there's some kind of deniability in there. With these, I think you're right. It's just...
I think it's just a paycheck for a lot of people. And I'm sure there's some people that enjoy this stuff because of how it's probably pretty easy to write these. And, I mean, maybe you get paid well for this. I don't know.
We were looking at, what was that one article? There was a quote, and then the attribution to it was "a snitch said."
Oh, yeah, shoot. Where is that?
But that, to me, is just, you don't have to care enough that you can just go for it.
You can just go for it. You can just make up stuff. You don't have any responsibility or, like, you have complete deniability for all this stuff. You can just say it's satire.
Also, you were talking about elderly people and the ads and stuff. You can definitely tell the demographic because in mine, there's a thing about Marilyn Monroe. In yours, there are these wine glasses with Marilyn Monroe.
I think they're, like, aiming for the baby boomer audience.
Yeah.
Just like us.
Just like us. We should make a tabloid.
Damn it. We've been doing it all wrong.
Guys, the Nervous Boys, next week, it's going to be a tabloid. It's going to be in your local grocer.
Yeah. Well, okay. So here's the thing. I'm a journalism major. So I want to get into news and print or digital and, like, get into writing.
Does this scare you?
This does scare me because I might be strapped for cash and just need a job. And I might end up writing for a tabloid or a tabloidy website. And it's interesting because most newspapers are written at the 6th grade level. And a lot of websites are the same. But, like, this seems to be written at 4th grade or 3rd grade.
Yeah, I'll be back shortly. I need to go kill my phone.
This stuff is definitely written at, like, a 3rd grade level. Take this article, for instance. One woman crime wave stuns Disney World. It sure was a Mickey Mouse crime. I don't even know what that means.
Mickey Mouse crime. It's like an old expression, I guess? Maybe.
I don't think so, but, okay, so that ends with an exclamation point. A former worker at Florida's Walt Disney has been busted for stealing! Exclamation point. Like, half of the sentences in these tabloids end with an exclamation point.
I have an issue with this hoarders thing. Back to this.
Yeah.
So, talking about your reading level, I'm going to read the one about Tom Hanks. Stop the presses for Tom. The Hollywood A-lister is passionate about typewriters. It's not hoarding. That's called collecting.
Yeah.
There's a difference. Oh, Billy Crystal is a hoarder because he likes metal detecting. He's a treasure hunter. He metal detects.
That's just...
Nick Cannon collects sneakers. So does literally every celebrity now.
Yes, that seems to be the popular thing now. It's weird because this stuff is... It's aimed for older audiences that think are gullible and will buy this stuff. I mean, if they buy the tabloid, I guess they will buy some of this stuff.
I won't.
But yeah, it's just so odd. Because I wouldn't think an older generation would be interested in these news, but, like, that's what all these advertisements are for. You can get a little engraved necklace for your grandson, Ryan.
Sorry, I'm distracted by this article about Sean Penn and him getting engaged, and so they juxtapose, I don't know if he actually is or not, but they juxtapose this happy title with talking about all of his failed past relationships.
Oh, that's fun.
I hope people talk about me that way at my rehearsal dinner.
Yes. You will be the new Sean Penn.
I mean, I wouldn't mind that. He's been pretty successful.
Yes. Sort of. But yeah, I think that's why JFK's on the front cover of this one. Because it's like, for people who were alive when JFK was alive.
Yeah. Another tabloid headline I saw was JFK living in the White House since 1963. And there's a terribly photoshopped picture of him peeking his head out behind one of the White House curtains, and he's like got old age stuff on his face.
See, that's awesome because it's clearly fake and that's clearly funny. That there's a self-awareness with that.
I think it was from the Enquirer, though.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. I don't know.
See, like, if I had to work for one of these companies, that's what I would do. I would write the most ridiculous things that I could think
So it would
of.
fall under parody.
Yes.
Yeah.
I would not write about living celebrities. I would only go for those 1950s celebrities. Yes.
Elvis is hanging out with all his good old buddies. He's hanging out with Tupac and getting a burger at Burger King.
Yes.
Here's a picture of two men, and one of them's fat and white and looks kind of like Elvis.
Yes.
And the other one is like just a guy.
Just a guy. He's wearing the bandana like that.
No, he's not even wearing the bandana. He's got like a hat down over his face, and the picture's taken from like 3 blocks away.
Yes.
But it's definitely... I keep passing the Epstein one, and there's like pictures of like... There's the goofy picture of Clinton in a dress, and then there's like actually kind of disturbing artwork.
Oh god, that is disturbing.
Like there's a mannequin butt sticking out of a wall.
That's so weird.
And then like...
I wonder if that's... like, that's the thing, because these tabloids make you question whether that stuff's real, or whether they Googled weird nude art. This stuff came up.
Mannequin butt in wall. Oh god, I feel gross. I feel so gross. And then there's just like, hey, Here's some movies and some books you should
Some
check
books
out.
coming out, yeah.
Oh my god, NCIS is on the 17th season?
That's how you know they're marketing toward baby boomers, because they love NCIS.
NCIS is their cocaine. Also, cocaine is their cocaine.
cocaine.
They were alive in the 80s.
Yes.
Just do some NCIS and do a line.
Fine.
That's it. All you need in life to make yourself happy. Tabloids, NCIS, bump of cocaine.
Cocaine, yep.
You can quote me on that, Nate. Not you, listener.
You can quote him too, listener. I give you permission.
Yeah, Nate gave you permission, so...
World's finest eye cream.
Oh, yeah! Hey, everybody, buy eye cream. I'm gonna censor it out. I don't want to support any of these
Oh,
companies.
yeah. Well, let's not support any of these companies.
If you want news first, it's in the Enquirer.
No. Because print takes forever to get around.
I feel like the Enquirer's slogan should be the same as the Washington Post. Democracy dies in darkness.
Yes.
Just the juxtaposition of no one told Katie Fox runs a hen house. I don't even...
That's not even grammatically correct.
I don't even know what's going on with that.
Democracy dies in darkness, because if the National Enquirer is not around, who's going to report on JFK's secret love affairs? There's more that are coming out. Did he have an affair with Elvis? We need to know.
Pam Anderson parades Baywatch swimsuit to snare Metten.
Snare when?
Let me try that again. Pam Anderson parades Baywatch swimsuit to snare men. Democracy dies in darkness. There you go. That's all you need. All you need. Oh, see now, look at this. I looked at the.
How much does it cost to get a subscription?
Well, here it says you could save $3.22 an issue and get 33 free issues. How long?
33 free issues.
I guess if you do a year-long subscription and it prints weekly, and you're saving $3.22 an issue, then you would get 33.
I mean, I guess. Still, like at that.
Why are they $5 then? I looked at the advertisement for like next week or last week's one, and it says Megan walks out and takes Archie. First off, I don't understand the fascination with the royal family. Like, I've never understood that.
Let's talk about that for a second, because that's like so weird that American tabloids are so obsessed about the royal family.
I think it's because it's so much just bizarre. It's the other to us to have that kind of thing.
Yeah.
We don't, like, I guess they did that with JFK. They do it with both on yours. JFK's secret love affair with Princess Grace. I assume Princess Grace is part of the royal family.
Yeah. But, like, JFK is basically the American equivalent.
Yeah, the Kennedys.
The Kennedys.
Yeah. But, like, I guess people kind of do that with Donald Trump, but, like,
well,
it's more sad when you're living
That's become
in it.
actual news now.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just, I don't understand. Meghan Markle and so are having a fight. I see it all in the tabloids. I guess the tabloids are the only ones who really care about it.
I'm sure some papers in the UK actually care
I'm
about
sure,
it,
like,
yeah.
E! News and Access
Oh, yeah.
Hollywood and... Is Access Hollywood still on? I don't know.
I think they are.
Those things care about them.
Yeah, God, I guess I didn't realize there's so much, like, just celebrity news out there.
You gotta keep up with people who have no impact on your life.
Celebrities from 10 years ago.
Look, more stuff about... Oh my god, I swear, every single week, there is a article about Princess Diana in one of these. There's always an article about Princess Diana.
I think the unholy trinity of tabloids are the royal family, the Kennedys, and something with Hitler.
Well, yeah. I think you could even center it down to Princess Diana, the Kennedys, and then Hitler.
Well, they love Harry.
They do love Harry and Meghan. They
Meghan.
love the drama between Meghan and other one.
Kate?
Kate! That's the one.
Tune in for our next episode where we talk about...
Where we join the royal family.
We try to join the royal family and talk about how it should be abolished.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, class. Hello. Hello. My name is Professor Damon Priestley. I am your professor this semester, and welcome to ontology, cosmology, theology, sociology, and comparative religion. 010. I know many of you have been arbitrarily placed here because your intro to logic has been canceled this semester due to lack of interest. So, if you have any questions for me about myself, or about my specialization, or about how the class is going to be run, about about my wife, or about my kids, or about my office hours, or about anything, or about my friends, or about any of that. Just now's the time to ask. Yeah, you in the back.
Do you grade on a curve?
No, I do not. I do not believe in curved surfaces. I should tell you, my specialization, though it is in Jediism, and it's overlapping with Matrixism, I personally have a very specific belief system that I should mention so it doesn't sway bias. And I am not a flat earther. I don't want to say that. But I am an extremist sect of that group where I just don't believe that curved surfaces exist.
Bro, me too.
Hey, you in the back. Don't call out, I'll fail you. Any more questions about anything? Any thought? Oh my god. What is this?
It's a mug.
It's got the handle. It's what is this? This devil? Oh my god! It's a circle on the top too. I should mention that I have spent most of my life blind. I had LASIK last week, and I just took the bandages off yesterday. So I'm entering a whole new world, guys. It's an exciting time for me. And oh my god, what's that?
It's the sun.
It's a circle too. Everything's a circle. My belief system, it's crumbling around me like my bones.
Bro, I really think we should grade on a curve.
Curves don't exist. They don't. What? Even so, it's a really flawed grading system, don't you know? I mean, like, it means that even if you get like a 90% and everybody else gets between a 90 and 100, you still fail. Do you want that?
But I don't want to go to class.
And kids, this was our first lesson. This here is my pal Richard. He's your teaching assistant. See how some people just want to watch the world burn. Now, if you'll excuse me while I take off my pants and tie my tie around my head and start screaming to my dearest god, Begelgatha, for the next 45 minutes. Class is dismissed, there is no syllabus, and life is a sham.
I think we should wrap up the episode.
Yeah.
All right.
You should appreciate this picture of this lady sneezing for 10 seconds, though.
Yeah, this is really great. Hold on, I'm going to appreciate it for 10 whole seconds.
Oh, and this picture of this police officer staring into the eyes of a kitten.
Yes. Well, this has been The Nervous Boys. That's our show. You should follow us at Boys Nervous on Twitter.
Yes. We need your support. For our dad.
For Jeff Bezos.
For Daddy Bezos.
Send us money. You can send it to our P.O. Box. It's just P.O. Box Jeff.
Yeah. Our dad's fallen on hard times. We all need to gather around him, support him as best we can. Give him that sweet, sweet emotional support, as well as that sweet, sweet money support. I was going to say dollars, but we also accept yen.
Our theme song is Squirrel Fever by Krevstovsky. Anyone find him?
Yeah.
Nope. Still haven't. Want to listen to more of his music. I like it a lot. And so we're going to end it with some parting wisdom here, straight from the National Enquirer. The further you wander outside of your comfort zone, the more opportunity you'll find that benefits you for years to come. Take a deep breath and be brave. This has been The Nervous Boys. I'm Ryan Dennehy.
And I'm Nathan Willison.
Catch us next week.
Buy more tabloids.
So much for light reading, so much for serious nature. Got a real feeling, got the dead backyard squirrel fever.
This episode is brought to you by the Wyoming Board of Tourism. Don't like people? Come to Wyoming.